Hi again, guys, and so this is a continuation of today's training session down the gym, and this is just a bit of bag work now. At the end of obviously any training or the beginning of any training, you should really just practice your hand work, your legs and stuff like that. And what I'm trying to show here is I'm trying to teach the people who are training with me, the students, how to get power behind a punch or any kind of attack, punch, kick. And you see, that's me just throwing in strength and then bang. Yes, just the difference is simply just using your body weight behind the punch, and you can just see how much more damaging it is by the fact that the bag moves a lot more. Now she was saying there, and this is why I'm showing her, well, you didn't hit with your fist. Why is that? I said, well, palm strike, I hit too hard. Basically, I break my knuckles if I was to punch you, and also it's safer on the street to use palm strikes because you get less in trouble with police. But that's another thing. That's a legality. But as I was trying to show you, as you saw, is I would go straight for the nose with a palm strike or somewhere vulnerable like that. Now the lad here who's training, his kick has improved considerably. It's a lovely kick, actually. It's getting a lot better. There are errors with it, but for a second session, it's his second session with kicking with myself, he's doing a lot better. He's picking it up very quick. And what I'm trying to show him here is it's less of a run up and less of power, but it's more from the hips. I'm still trying to get into his head that the power comes from not the hips. See, it's almost like a running soccer kick, that. And actually, he was doing better before. I was trying to confuse him almost with the hits, but I'm like, bang! You see, I said that's what happens when you run in, but when you stand still, bang! It's just as powerful, but you're there, your balance is steady, and if you miss, you can just follow up and up and up and up again. You can keep kicking them, whereas if you go forwards like he was, you're kind of off balance and your footwork's all messed up. So it's always best to do it with a solid back foot. And his kick is actually okay. It's just a return. He's a little bit he's got too much adrenaline flowing through his system here. He needs to just calm down a little bit, but that's just almost enthusiasm in many respects. And because he is so muscular and so strong, he is still trying to use his muscles to hurt the opposition. It's not your muscles, it's the weight of the muscle that causes damage, not the strength, but the power that comes from the weight of the body and the weight behind the punch and the kick and the speed, the attack that causes the damage. And you'll see this as things evolve, and maybe hopefully you're beginning to understand what I'm trying to say. It's the mass of the and the velocity of the attack rather than anything else. Now the young lady here is doing well. It's first time kicking. The only negative point I'd have here is for a beginner first session, it's good. I'm just again trying to reiterate, it's the hip that it causes the real power and damage, because typically these kicks would go sort of the level where I just kick the bag there. They'd go just above the knee, try to strike at a 45-degree angle to bust up the anterior cruciate ligaments or the posterior cruciate ligaments. Basically, you're trying to cave the knee in. But what I would say here is it's actually punches that are a little bit, they're powerful and they're quick, but she leaves herself very much open with the body blows, especially that she's throwing in, and leaves herself open to a little bit of a counter attack. But this is something I'll work on. Something we can improve. You see how low those punches are going, and so wide. It develops the power as you hurt a fist. This bag is hard. At least you guys can see a comparison. I'm striking it bare-fisted. She's striking it with gloves. But thanks, guys.